Hello, and welcome to today's elementary financial literacy lesson. Today's lesson will be on JA Save USA's Plan, Spend, Save, which is around planning for a vacation, which is all fun. So far, what we have learned is what money is, how money travels, how to budget, different payment methods, and invisible versus visible money and the differences between those. If you've missed any of these, we do have all of our videos backlogged on our website, which is janfl.org, linked in our description, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we're everywhere. So go watch those if you've missed them. If you'd like to catch these lessons live, we are on Instagram every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to watch a short video on vacations, and while we're watching that, I want you guys to think about these questions. Where would you go on vacation? And what do you think you need to plan a vacation?
I really like that I get to spend time with my family. My favorite trip would be New York or Hollywood. Maybe Egypt, Hawaii, China, the Statue of Liberty, Japan, a staycation, Bahamas, a day to just relax, Atlanta, go outer space, Disney World. But I definitely want to go somewhere where there's no gravity. New York, Florida, twice, the beach. I mostly just stand in the water, and sometimes we like to run away from the waves. But I have not found a sand castle. Once I even went to the North Pole by driving. Don't we like it when we're driving, not flying? If you scream on the plane, you get arrested. And everyone on the plane is so rusty as it goes up and down. This kid's jail fine. I need a vacation bad. I'm so excited. Now time for a vacation. Yippee!
I bet everybody's excited for vacations, but they had some great ideas. Like going to the moon. I'd like to go to the moon for a vacation. And some of them were right here, where you could go right here in Jacksonville, like the beach. We have a beach here. So where would you go on vacation? Me, personally, I would go somewhere where there's snow, because I do prefer that. But you could want to go to the beach or a different country, or you'd maybe want to go hiking through a forest trail. And what do you think you need to plan a vacation? Everybody needs a budget to plan a vacation, because how else are you supposed to be able to plan out your money for those kinds of things? So first, you decide where you're going, right? Are you going to the zoo? Are you going camping? Are you going to a historical site such as the Statue of Liberty in New York? Or are you going to a different country like France or England? So, local versus out-of-town vacations. Those are two different kinds of vacations that you guys can take. Local are like right here in your city, day trips like to the Jacksonville Zoo, or camping out at Anastasia State Park in St. Augustine. Those are right here in your state and in your city. And so they're very easy to take, and they are right there and available. And there are out-of-town vacations as well, like going to the Atlanta Aquarium, which isn't too far, but it isn't in your state, or to Disney World, which is in your state, but is a bit farther away than just Jacksonville. So we do have both options for you. And so budget is, what is a budget? Budget is a careful plan for spending or saving within a certain period of time. So we talked about budgeting and how that is with life, and how you earn money and then you save a portion for rainy days or anything like that. This is, I'm budgeting specifically for a vacation, specifically for this week or two of time that we're going to be doing things. So we're going to do a little activity about a local vacation. We are going to be going to the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, which is one of my favorite places to be. We are going to be planning a vacation for a family of 4, and they have budgeted $300 for this trip. So we're going to go through and we're going to see how much they spend and if that's under their $300 budget, okay? So, first, tickets. 2 adults, so it's a mom and a dad, or 2 moms, 2 dads, and 2 children, and they at $24.95 each and then $19.95 each. If you do that addition, it's a total of $89 for tickets. And people usually pay with a credit card or a debit card, which we learned a couple weeks ago about the differences between those and what they can do. So people usually pay with credit cards or debit cards for those kinds of things. And then food, they have budgeted 1 snack per person, and that's for $5 each. And then they are going to have lunch there. So that's lunch for all 4 people, and that's at $15 a person. Total for that comes to $80. A lot of times people use a debit card or cash to pay for food items, especially at parks or activities. So we have an $89 for tickets, and then we have $80 for food, and then for souvenirs. So everybody gets to go home with something that they want from that day. I know I'd like a stuffed animal because you're going to a zoo, so bring the zoo back with you, right? With a stuffed animal. So you get 1 each, about $20 per person. They have budgeted $80 for their souvenir fund. And people usually pay for a debit card with a debit card or cash for these items. So if you add 89 and 80 and another 80, the total that you get is $249. Yay, which is under our $300 budget. That's $51 saved. But what are some other ways that they could save more money, right? You could bring your own food to the zoo. You don't have to pay for snacks or for lunch at the zoo. You could scratch off another $80 and that's there, you're good. Or if you wanted to spend more money, you can budget in 3D movie tickets, which are at the zoo, or a ride around on the train, or to feed the birds. Those cost extra money. So all you would need to do is budget that in. And if you end up over, then you can cut back, like with the food. So that is a local vacation. Now, we're going to do an activity that is an out-of-town vacation. So it's a bit extra, a bit more. Plan an awesome vacation. So we're going to choose between different options to create the perfect plan for your budget. And we're going to manage to save a portion of this budget so that we can start our next vacation plan the next time we go somewhere. So, we're going to take out a blank piece of paper for you guys and a pen or a pencil, and you might want a calculator. However, I will go through all the math with you step by step. So if you don't have one, we're still going to go through the steps. You can just write that down by hand. Everything is fictional, and it is just an exercise to show you what types of planning goes into a vacation budget. So none of these values are real. It's all just for educational purposes. So we're going to choose the best option out of columns A, B, and C, and everybody needs to keep in with their budget. Right now, for this exercise, I'm going to show you how to plan a vacation for $3,500. I want you guys to, after this activity, plan out a budget that you can do for $700. That's 700. See what you guys can do for $700. And don't be afraid to mix and match from different columns. You don't have to pick everything from A. You don't have to pick everything from B. You don't have to pick everything from C. You can do A and C and B. Mix and match. I'll show you what we'll do. So, this is your options, right? So, for a rental car, we're going to start with a destination. So we want to go either to a Hawaiian beach vacation, Disney World, or the Atlanta Aquarium / Carnival up in Georgia. So we want to do one of these options, and for my purpose, I want to go on a Hawaiian beach vacation. That's what I want to do. So that is $200 per person, okay? And this will take 3 days and 2 nights to get there, and there will be some scuba diving, snorkeling, surf lessons, and more. So that's what I want to do for my vacation. And so I'm going to take a small 4-door rental car, because that's all I need, right? $20 a day. Or you can take a minivan or SUV for $30, 2-door sports car for $50. You see how each of these have a different price value. So whatever you pick, you'll either be spending less or more. So for the travel hotel, that because it's going to take me 3 days and 2 nights to get there. I can go into a superior hotel, which is $80 a night and has more activities for me to do while I'm there. Or a good hotel, which just has a few amenities and is cheaper than the superior. Or I go to an average. I just need a bed, right? I just need to sleep that night and then get on the road the next morning. So that'll be the cheapest option that I have. Travel meals, you have fast food for all. It'll be the cheapest option for you. And then fast food for 2 meals, and 1 meal we're going to stop at a nice restaurant. We're going to get a meal. We're going to shake off the road, the travel, being in a car all day, that kind of thing. And then the other one is fast food for 1 and 2 meals at a nice restaurant. And these go up in price. So this is the cheapest, this is the middle ground, and then this is the most expensive. So Superior Hotel at the destination in Hawaii, because that's where I'm going to go, has a huge pool, 4 restaurants, an arcade gym, all these amenities, these great things, and it's $300 a night. And then the Good Hotel has a mid-sized pool, 1 restaurant, gym, entertainment, TV, and that's $200 a night. So it's $100 less than the Superior. And an average, which is $100 a night and has the least offered. But again, it's a destination, right? So destination meals, you have lunch and dinner at selected restaurants, so that's the cheaper option you have. Lunch and dinner at any restaurant of your choice, you get to pick. It's $50 per day, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner at any restaurant, your choice. And so those are their options. And I'm going to show you guys what I pick for my Hawaiian vacation, okay? Okay. So I picked a small 4-door car to get there because it's going to take me 3 days and 3 nights, and it's just going to be me and my husband. We're going to go. It's going to be for 2 people, okay? So it's going to take 6 days and 4 nights, 3 days there, 2 nights, and then 3 days and 2 nights back. So we added those in for a total of 6 days and 4 nights. And then we're going to do 6 days because that's the amount of car, it's $20 a day. So we're going to 6 times 20, okay? So we're going to do this little box because this is how I learned math. You might have learned math a little differently, but that's okay. Everybody learns math differently. But we're going to do 0 times 6, which is 0, and then 6 times 2, which is 12. So our rental car for 6 days and 4 nights on our vacation is a total of $120. Okay? Now, I picked a choice for my travel hotel. I picked the good one because I just need a bed, right? I'm in a car all day. I just need to be able to sleep, and I'm good. That's good for me. So 4 nights, and it's going to be $50 a night. So we're going to do 4 multiplied by 50, and we put it over like that, 50, and then multiplied by 4. 0 times anything is 0, and then 5 times 4 is 20. So the hotel for traveling for 4 nights is $200. So we have $120 for our rental car, $200 for our travel hotel. Now we're going to meals. I am one for, I don't like to get out of the car during the day when we're traveling. I just want to go. I just want to get where I'm going. So I picked fast food for all my meals because then I don't have to get out of the car. I just go and drive while I'm eating. It's so fast. So 6 days, and it's $20 per person per day. So it's going to be me and my husband. So that's 6 days. So 6 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 2 because there's 2 people we're counting for here. So we're going to do the $20 by 6 first. So that's 0 times 6. We learned that. That's 0. And then 6 times 2 is 12. So that's $120. And then we're going to take that $120 and we're going to multiply it by 2 because it's not just me I'm paying for, it's me and my husband. So 2 times 0 is 2, or 0, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we have a total of $240 for our meals for the 6 days that we're going to be on the road, round trip. So now we're going to pick. So our total is $120, $200, and $240. Add that all up, and you get $560. That's all for traveling, both there and back. Now we're going to discuss the destination, which is the fun part, guys. We're going to go to Hawaiian Beach, $200 per person for 4 days. So 4 days multiplied by $200 multiplied by 2 because 2 people are going. So we're going to do a choice of hotel, of a good hotel, because I'll need more than a bed on a vacation, right? It's a little different than the travel. 3 nights, and it will be 3 multiplied by 200 a night. And then for the meals, I don't care where I eat at a restaurant or while I'm there, as long as it's great. So I'd like to have that choice. So I picked the most expensive, where it's $70 per person per day. So we have 4 times 70 times 2, because 4 days, 2 people, $70 per person. We're going to start over here, and we're going to multiply $200 by 4, because it's 200 per person for 4 days. So 0 times 4 is 0, and 0 times 4 is 0 again. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So it's $800, and then we're going to have to multiply that by 2 because it is for 2 people. So we know that 2 zeros multiplied by anything is just 0. So 2 zeros, and then 2 times 8 is 16. So total for the actual Hawaiian beach, which included the surf lessons and snorkeling and all those good things, is $1,600. Now, for the good hotel, we're going to multiply 200 by 3 because we're going to be there for 3 nights. So anything by 0 is 0. So we know that. And then 3 by 2 is 5. So that'll be a total of $500. Now, for the meals, we're going to first start out by doing $70 by 4 because we're going to be there for 4 days. So 0 times 4 is 0. We know that. And 7 times 4 is 28. And then we're going to multiply that by 2 because there's 2 people. So 0 times 2 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. And 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to carry the 1 over here when we do 16. And so that 4 equals a 5. And then that total equals 560. We're going to add that together. So 1,600 plus 500 plus 560 equals $2,660. And we're going to add that to our travel round trip, which is 560. That equals, if I can get it right, that equals $3,160, $3,160, which is less than our $3,500 budget. We saved some money. We can invest that money into a savings account to plan for the next vacation. So now that you guys know how to do that, right, you go back and you can see all the math that has to be done with it, right? You can do this with your own budget for $700. It's 700. I want you guys to go back. The chart that I had before is on our website as a resource. So you can look at that and then you can pick and choose what you want to do for your vacation. And I want to see if you can get it at $700. Okay? Okay. So remember, plan out how much money to spend on your vacation, toy, or even food. Budgeting isn't just for vacation. Budgeting for vacation is just a specific type of budgeting. Spend time having fun with your budget. Pick and choose. Make it a good time. Don't make it something that's bad or harsh or not fun. And then you want to save money for the next purchase. You always want to make sure you have money in your savings for the next time. See you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. for our Instagram live lessons. It'll be our last one for the month of April. And then in May, it'll be work readiness. So thank you for watching, and we look forward to it. Stay safe out there.